Firstly, welcome to the second week of this training. And my name is Matt Jola. I like to be called Matt J. And I think most people call me Matt J. So what is Forex as well? Last week we discussed about how Forex came about and tried to make it very brief. And we know that there is always exchange in terms of money. So somebody is buying Naira, is buying Zimbabwe money, then exchanging into South African money, things like that. We remember we used to have the Burundi change. I think we still have those Burundi change guys that we change money from. That you want to buy dollar, you want to buy dollar, you want to buy pounds. So Forex is basically the exchange of currencies. So we have the Forex exchange. We also have stocks, and we have the derivatives, which is more like what I do normally call some kind of a simulated account. Forex is real because all those transactions is taking place in real time, and every day we have about 6 point, if not 7 trillion that is being transacted all over the world. So it is really massive. It is really massive, and you have companies like. I mentioned last week, you have HSBC, you have Barclays, you have GTB, you have Bank of Zimbabwe, you have Bank of South Africa, Central Bank of Nigeria, big time in terms of Forex exchange. They are all doing the Forex exchange, and it's a very common thing, and it's mostly an activity that takes place between Monday to Friday. But if we go back to the previous slide, I said we have stocks. Now, stocks is very big as well. You know, the guys that traded stocks and shares, that alone should be over 41 trillion markets in terms of dollars, and it's being transacted worldwide. And stocks is something that could be, you can also trade that between Monday to Friday. The good thing is that when you have the idea of what Forex is, you understand the technicalities and the fundamentals that is involved in Forex trading, you will be able to trade Forex, which is the exchange of currencies, to also trade stocks, and you will be able to also trade derivatives. There is no market that you cannot trade in. That is the good thing about understanding how Forex works. So before you decide that you want to trade Forex, you need to ask yourself if you're really ready to trade Forex, or you just want to do it because you feel like somebody is doing it and I think they're doing well. So, of course, a good thing when you have that kind of reason for you to want to trade the Forex. But you need to understand that it is a journey and it is just you and you alone. I was telling someone a few days ago that it's important to understand that Forex is not something that is done as a group, that it is a journey that you need to be able to understand yourself. You remember we discussed this so much last week, and I said it's important for you to know that this is your journey, this is your lifestyle, this is your decision, because when you press that button or you push that button to buy or to sell, you are making a decision that will either make you money or will let you lose money. This is the reason that it is good for you to have a fundamental basis whereby you'll be able to understand what is involved in the market. That the market itself is not just about just want to trade and make money. It is also about understanding the reason behind what we are doing. Take, for example, when we look at example of Forex peers, like I mentioned peers last week, the peers like the GBP, JPY, which is the British pounds and Japanese yen. We have the GBP USD, British pound US dollars. We have the Euro AUD, that is European Euro and Australian dollars. And then we also have the USD CAD, which is the US dollar and the Canadian dollars. So we have the trading view here. Now, I've just sent the link in the chat for the link tree. You can download, you can see what there is something like join me on trading view. This place is awesome. So you can click on that, then register with the trading view. So we start from there. So with the one we have on the screen, I'll quickly go through that. So if you come here, you can actually type the pairs we're talking about. So we say GBP, JPY, for example. So you click on it and it gives you this. So what we have here are the candles. So we have the bearish candles, we have the bullish candle here. These are the candles, these are the technicals. We also have the indicators, which is somewhere here. We'll talk about that later on. And we have a few other things that you can actually use when it comes to technical analysis. We'll discuss that some other time. So just try and familiarize yourself with this particular tool. There is no way that you are going to be involved in trading without you understanding how to navigate this trading view. Now, that being said, we have people that have been trading for a very long time, and they believe that they know how to use these particular tools, and they are still having problems with certain some of the indicators. They don't understand how to use it. So trading view itself is very important, and I will say, please try and get used to how to navigate around, to understand how this actually works. So we go back to our slide. So we have all these pairs, and then so now generally, if you are going to be trading Forex, you need just very few things. You need very few things for you to trade Forex. And the thing that you need will be your laptop or your mobile phone. Isn't that great? You don't need a shop. You don't need to go and rent a place and just because you want to trade Forex. So you need capital, you need the fund. I put capital and funding because we have companies that actually funding people to trade. That is something we can discuss some other time. They are called the prop firm. The reason why I don't really talk much about prop firms is because we've been having a lot of problems with the prop firm recently. I lost some money because to prop firm, even when I passed the account, MFF, my Forex fund, I lost some money to them. But I have been more consistent with my, my personal fund. So I will be imploring you guys that you should try and focus on your own capital if you want to be successful with trading. Yes, it is good to have prop firm account. It's also good for you to be able to have your own capital. Now, it's also important to have very good internet. You know, the reason because we are trading in a market that is very volatile. We are trading in a market that things are moving so fast. So when you're buying or you're selling, you can see that if you don't have a good internet, you probably be having problem when you're supposed to cut yourself off the market and your trade is still running. So when we take a trade, we took a trade yesterday, and I tried to make sure that the stop limit was about 10 to 15 pips. And the reason being that I studied that market, and I understand that if that market should go below that particular point, it is going to be a free fall. And that was the exact thing that happened. Now, this is where the issue of someone being an advanced trader comes in. So for someone that is coming in as a new trader, because you were previously on profit and you now see that it's not going against you and your stop limit was, say, 10, 15 minutes, you want to extend that stop limit and you put yourself into trouble. That is different from where you now have a very good internet and you are able to say, it cut me off. That's why you need to put stop loss. If it cuts you off, it cuts you off. However, if you do not have good internet, you want to stop a trade. Even when you click stop that trade, if the internet is not good, the trade will still be running in the background. I don't know if I'm making sense here. So it's very important for you to have a very good internet. Now, that being said, it is also important to have a very reliable broker. Brokers are the people that are intermediary between traders and the market. So the brokers like the XNES, which is very mostly or popularly used in Africa. I don't have XNES here, but I use ICM market. And since I've been using ICM market, I have never had any problem whatsoever. When I place in a withdrawal, say on Thursday, by Friday, then that is sent into my account. So this is the importance of you having a reliable broker. So it's important to have a good broker. Now, please, I need to check this in very quickly. There are fake brokers out there. I was a victim of one of them. In fact, there was a time I was trying to transfer money to a particular broker. I think I was trying to transfer about £1,500. And my bank stopped that payment. And they said, oh, the money you're trying to transfer, which country are you transferring? And I told them, they said, actually, that money is being routed through a different country. Now, because a broker have a website does not make them legit. You need to also do your own research or ask around that people that knows this broker. Somebody called me last 2 weeks and said that she wanted to send money to some broker or some guys in America. So, and I did my research and I found out that their work ethics and everything was not just very clear, and things just doesn't sound right. And I explained to her, I said, if you want to transfer your money, it's fine, but you need to be very careful of whatever you're going to be doing with these guys. Either investment-wise, you need to be very careful. Now, we have well-known brokers, and we have some new people that just came up, and they are telling us that they are brokers. And this is the important part of it. When you put money into your account, you make trade with that account, and you have profit with that account. The good thing is for you to be able to make a withdrawal, spend that money, and enjoy that money. Now, it's important for you to do what? To have a very good broker. So when you have a good broker, reliable broker, then we are good to go. We have the next point will be, why are we trading Forex in the first place? I don't know why you want to trade Forex. I talked about this just briefly just now, but let us revisit it again so that this is registered. Now, Forex will give us independence and freedom. So you can take over your own time. You decide where you want to trade. If you are very good with Forex, you can actually, start investing your own money. It's not every time you have to take money to the bank that you want to invest money. I said last week, the bank gives maybe about 5% profit when you trade, or where you put money in the account. Maybe probably they'll give 7% maximum. But if I was able to take my own personal account from what it was and currently is on over 310% in profit. I mean, my personal account right now in profit. That is the power of Forex. So I can take my own personal money, apply all my technical analysis and risk management. Once you understand Forex, it will help you with investment. You can invest, you can say, okay, you're not being greedy. I just want to get 2% every month. That is possible, and it gives us empowerment. When sometimes you just feel like, I don't have much money with me. I only have £1,000 with me, or whichever currency you currently have with yourself. You can say, let me plan over this money. Let me trade this money by not risking too much. I would like to compound this money to make certain amounts of profit. That is the reason I asked us to download the Compound Gain app, and I understand some of you guys are having problem with the Android. So let's quickly see. There are a few ways you can actually do that. To have a Compound Gain app, you can go online and just Google Forex compound interest. My FX book is very good for something like that. You can actually use that. Please, if you're a beginner trader, okay, I know who this person is. You still need to go through, or don't even bother about studying candle bars. Don't bother about candle bars, anything like that. Just let's take this a step at a time, because trading is not overnight success. I know I was repeating this last week. It is not overnight success. People that came in with trying to do everything at the same time, they rushed out, and I have them as friends. They will tell you that story. They used to be traders and they lost money. That's it. And I looked at them and I said, well, I know what the problem is. It's you, isn't it? The problem is not the Forex market. The problem is not the big guys. They are trying to take our money. No, the problem is you. You are trying to jump before the gun. So let us take it a step at a time. With me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'll tell you how it is. So, and please, let's follow these steps one after the other. Download the MT5. I will still talk about that. I think we may be able to do that if we have the time. If you don't have the time, I'll tell you how we go about all this. Download the MT5, MT4, whichever one. We'll still talk about that. Just 1 second. Okay, so we have Where did I stop? So we have the empowerment part of it. It empowers you. I mean, you know the number of times that I feel like, oh gosh, I have money in my account, but I don't want to touch this money. So I have to try and see if I can utilize the little money in my hand and try to trade with that money in time and use that profit to settle myself with other deals. It empowers you because you know you can do that, because you don't depend on anyone to make a decision to either you lose or you win. It is your own decision. And it is just you and your chart. When you are sleeping, sometimes I'm in bed. I took trades even when I'm in bed. When I feel like sleep, I look at the trade, I look at my chart. Confluence 1, take. Confluence 2, take. When I say confluence, I mean reason for me to enter a trade. So I have about 4 or 5 confluences that I need to check before I can take a trade. So if I'm sending messages to the group that this is my thought behind a particular trade, you will notice that I don't like to say enter at also points or put a stop loss. I tried it yesterday and I don't really want to be doing that. I want everyone to be able to make that decisions by themselves. If we know the direction of the market, you should get to that point whereby you will be able to say, yes, let me enter the market or let me stay off the market. Why we are trading Forex is because this is just you and your chart. You do not need a safe representatives. You do not need staff members that will be, you don't need a shop, you don't need anything. It's just your mobile phone or your laptop, and it's just you and the chart. And you can trade anywhere. You can be in South Africa, you're trading. You can be in Canada, you're trading. I was on my way to Canada about 2-3 years ago. I was at the airport and I was trading. I was actually trading at the airport. And by the time I landed in Toronto, I was in profit. So this is the power of trading. It is so powerful. And you can trade 24 hours from Monday to Friday. It doesn't matter what time you can trade. Remember, I was discussing this in the group. I said the pair that we trade, you can trade it in the New York session, the London session, and the Asian section. So if you miss your trade in the Asia session, by the time the UK, the Europe are waking up, you can trade within that time. If you miss that time, you can wait for the New York session, then you can trade during New York session. So you have 3 options, but you can do that Monday to Friday. That being said, it does not mean that you have to trade every day. Traders, if you are very good, no matter how good you are as a Forex trader, resist the urge of trading every day. This advice, if you do not understand it now, the time will come you will remember Matt James told me to resist the urge of trading every day. If market gives you some profit, market has a way of taking it back from you. And the only way market will take it back from you is when you cannot control your emotion and you cannot control your greed. People can be so greedy because I have been through this before. That is why I'm saying this over and over again. And I will continue to be saying this to everyone, that even if you're a day trader, it does not mean you must trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then you now trade Monday to Friday. Then on Saturday, only you again, you are not trading derricks. Only you again, you're not trading VX. You're not trading VX and VX25, VX75. Then on Monday, you're back to GU. On Tuesday, you're trading GJ. On Wednesday, you're trading this other pairs and that other pairs. It is important to understand that despite the fact that Forex can be traded Monday to Friday, those like stocks, that you do not have to trade every day. Another reason to trade Forex is because, you know, when we had COVID during lockdown, that was the best time most people took trades. It means that even though the government told us, everybody stay in your house, that's not my business. I will stay in my house, my studio here, I will stay here. I'll wake up in the morning, I will take my job, I'll be making money. I'll take a walk in my country park here and have a fresh air. I'll go to the next to me here where we have fishing and do a bit of a fishing with the guys and laugh with the guys. You know, Forex gives you that kind of, you make money even when it's, anytime you just want to make money, you can make money from Forex. And that is the good thing about Forex. If there is anything you're going to take away from this class this morning, it is knowing fully well that you are getting yourself involved in something, that you are taking control, you are empowering yourself, you are taking control of your own time, your own life, and you are kind of giving yourself that freedom to be able to trade, to be able to make money. And psychology, I know, like I said last week, is about 95% of what trading is all about. And that is the reality. When you see people flashing money, that are flashing cars, flashing all that, yes, it's good to make that money. It's good for all that. But before they get to that point, it's because they have been able to deal with their psychology. They have been able to deal with everything that we discussed last week. Now, if I'm making this speech right now, you can say that I told you guys that this is for beginners, but at the same time, we have people that are in the room that have been trading for some time, and I need to be able to try, and also because some guys are still making the same mistakes over and over again. The only way that we can get rid of this problem is when we know why we are in Forex, and we know what Forex gives us, and we know that it's 24 hours from Monday to Friday. We also need to understand that we do not trade every day. This week, I've only traded maybe 3 times this week. I thought that maybe it was even too much. Even sometimes I just take 2 trades in a week, or I take 3 in a week. If there is opportunity, of course, to trade, I will take my trade. If I have my confluences in place, I will take those trades, and I will, if it's either win, it's either take profit or stop loss. So when I put in the group that TP, which is take profit, LL, which is stop loss, then you know what I'm talking about. Quickly, we go to the trading platform. So we have the MetaTrader 4 and we have the MetaTrader 5. Now, the MetaTrader 4 was the first one that was developed, and they will now have an upgrade to that, which is MetaTrader 5. We also have CTrader. We have the inbuilt platform by prop firms or brokers, because some prop firm, that's the proprietary firm account, they now have their own inbuilt, because the MetaTrader is meant to be free for everyone to be able to use, because the prop firm are now making use of that platform to be collecting money from people and making trades, but they are not remitting to MetaTrader, the people that actually developed this particular app. So most of them have been canceled. So they now have their own inbuilt platform. So we also need to know that trading calendars are very important as MetaTrader. Your investing.com website is very important. Please take note of this. Your investing.com website is very, very important. Your factory, forexfactory.com is also very important. I have the premium version of my FX book because I want to be able to trade and to follow my progress and see how much I'm making in terms of percentage and my drawdown. So that you can get that from my FX book. I will cover that on a different video, maybe during this week. I'll try and do about 10-15-minute video, then I can put that on the YouTube. I know it's a new channel on the YouTube, but that's fine. I'll put it on the YouTube and I'll send a copy to the group. So these are the trading platforms. So okay, so that being said, let's look at anybody able to open a demo account?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how much did you manage to open your demo account with?
I think the guy that helped me opened it, he said $50 or so. But when I opened, I saw $50.
Okay.
Because it said I should start with what I can manage in real account.
Okay, yeah, because with the demo account, you are not paying. The money in the demo account is actually free. It's for you to be able to trade, to be able to do practice, so that before you actually start committing your own money. That is what I meant by demo account. So for example, let me see if I can. So we have something like this website, capital.com. For example, if we go on this app or this website, so I've already clicked try demo. So I tried demo. So it said I already have an account, which I did. I do have an account, but I stopped trading with them for some time. So you can actually, for example, just go straight. You don't need to put user and password. Then I'm doing my J Forex. So this is an example here. So it gives me this page. We have made this not to post onboarding new clients in UK. So I'm an old client of them. So they've stopped doing that now, so we cannot use this. So the point is, when you have a website, then you go on the broker, always go for their demo. The reason is not because you don't know how to trade. The reason is so that you can also understand their spreads. Spreads are the distance or the gap between buying and selling. Because some spreads are very, very high. And by the time you are selling at a very bad price or you are buying at a very bad price. So having a demo of a particular broker, it will help you to be able to understand how that broker works and how the type of their interface to get used to it. So some brokers can offer you $10,000 of an account. And if you get used to that, then you can now say, now I'm ready. Once you finish all your training and everything is fine, you can now say, okay, I'm ready now to start trading. Then you can now put your own money. Now, the way I want this to be done is, even when you're having a demo, I will still encourage you that at some point, depends on how far you are able to go in your training, that you should not put the amount you are able to lose, the money that you are not going to attach emotion to. So you now put that money in the account, then you can now start trading with that account. I don't know if that is making sense. So then we now have, what else do we have here that I need to show you guys? Just a few minutes ago, I mentioned a trading view. Now, trading view is very important. Anyone seen trading view before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, fine. So trading view, I send a link so you can just open one, register one with the with this trading view. This is going to be your best friend. Why should this be your best friend? Because everything we do in forex trading actually involves us trading with analysis. We do not take trade without analysis. Analysis is the most important part of trading. And you know, sometimes I can analyze a trade within 5-10 minutes and I will take a trade. Some other time, I've analyzed that trade. All I just needed to do will be just to wait for the price to come to my entering point. This is where psychology and experience comes in. So familiarize yourself with TradingView. I've sent that link. I think, where is it? It's inside the link tree. If you open that link tree where I have all my social handle, there is a place for where you can have, you can just click on the TradingView part of it. So let's quickly go to GBP JPY. And before you do that, just make sure you are doing the right thing by. So you click on all, this part, or you click on Forex, doesn't matter. So if you click on Forex or all, it does not matter, then the pair you want to check, let's say we are looking at Euro Australian dollar. So now Euro Australian dollar is giving us different options. I normally go for the FXCM, this one here. So you click on that, and that gives you what we really need. This interface here is the most important part. This is the most important part. So this is TradingView. And from TradingView here, we have indicators. Indicators now, I need to say this, indicators are not real time. They follow the trend, they follow what is happening in the market, but they are not 100% in time, like very, very current. They still lag behind. So we still use them as a confluence. One of the most popularly used indicator is what we call the RSI. We'll talk about that some other time. This one here. So I've clicked on that. I have my RSI here. You can see where I'm this place. And then this is where we have the patterns. So we have that. I don't need this one. Let me get rid of this. So we have this, fine. So this is where we look at. So we have daily, this candle right now is on the daily candle. So we have the daily candles here. If you go on the 5 minutes, each of these bar, the blue and the red, each one will represent 5 minutes. So when you click here, you go back to 15, each one represents 15 minutes. When you go on and you click 1 hour, each one represents this candle, each one represents that time. When you now click on 1 month, you go up here, you go up 1 month. So this is what has been happening with Euro AUD in the past month up till 2020. You can see from here, this is what has been happening. So it's been dancing up and down. It's not really going up, it's not coming down. So you can see that, of course, there is a more technical side to this. So I just quickly want to show you the trading view, what it's like. So when you have time, try and go over it and just see what it's like to understand, what is involved in trading view. There's quite a lot of things that could be done with this trading view here, but we cannot cover that today. So that being said, I think it's a lot of information that I've discussed today so far, especially if you are new to trading. And I do not want to be overloading you guys with too much information.